As I've noted before, human beings have a problem with our sexuality and our fertility. A real problem. The fact is that the average female becomes fertile something like 12 or 13 years old. She's not physically or mentally able to have sex at that age. It is rightly considered statutory rape. Okay. In modern America, most teenage girls, even at 18, when she's legally an adult, she's not in a position financially or emotionally to have that first baby. She's still getting training. She's usually still single. She's usually still getting training either in college or vocational school. And at the same time, so she's not ready to start her family, even among the majority who do want children. Now, some women don't want children at all, but the majority do. They want to have children, and they want to have children within marriage, which is the best way to have families. It is within marriage. But they're not ready for marriage and children when they're 18 years old. They're sexually curious. They are horny when they're like 14 and 15 and 16 and 17. They are alluring. Okay. Now, again, they shouldn't be having sex at those ages, 14 and when they're like below 18. A lot of them will be. Now, when they're 18, it's no longer statutory rape, usually. And most states, a lot of states, statutory rape laws, end when they're 15 or 16. But they're not usually ready for the first child when they're in their mid-20s. Sometimes not until their late 20s and early 30s. But they're sexually curious and very alluring. So what do we do about this crunch between the sexuality of the female and, of course, their alluringness to the male and the age at which they are able to start their families, among the majority that wants to have a family? Okay. Contraception is usually said to be the answer. But contraceptives have a failure rate. Without exception, they have a failure rate. And if they fail, do you abort? Do you place for adoption? Do you have a baby and try to raise it under circumstances that are far less than ideal when you're not, in good financial shape or good emotional shape? Okay, I think we need to expand the everything but club. I don't think everything but is hypocrisy. I think it's a compromise with the fact of reality. Sex that doesn't lead to pregnancy is sex that can be exciting, sex that can be satisfying, sex that can be enjoyable, and sex that doesn't lead to fetal parts that are torn apart. They don't lead to the trauma of placing a baby for adoption. They don't lead to babies found in dumpsters and in toilets and by the side of the road. They don't lead to babies being taken care of by mothers who are distracted and impoverished. They don't lead to children shuffling between foster homes. Cunnilingus, fellatio, mutual masturbation, anal sex,